Okay, good morning guys. Today is Saturday and it's my off day, so I will go and get my tires changed to something better. Definitely something better than this dual sports tire, because like as my previous video mentioned before, it's quite useless in here, and it doesn't give me the confidence that I need, especially that it's rainy season. And the second thing I'll do is I will get a replacement for my battery. Probably get a better brand battery, because I'm not really sure what kind of crap battery is in here. So alright, let's go. One thing I hate about this bike, or perhaps it's just my bike, overflow. Hi, pump 5. Trip A, reset. Oh wow, look at that.
Oh my god!
390 adventure. Alright sir, let's go. So like I was saying, we're going to get our tires changed. So I think the tire currently is, if I'm not wrong, it's a CST tire. Not very known for their wet road performance. Well, usually they are more for commercial and budget use. I really want to take care of my safety. So I'm getting most likely a Pirelli Angel scooter. If not, I will go for a Michelin City Grip. That tire I have used before. I'd say it's pretty good in the wet. Definitely for that Michelin City Grip, never experienced any slip. So those are my two options. Other than that, I will not want to get anything else. A tire that give me 15,000 kilometers is perfect. So there's one more thing about these tires. I feel that they are rather hard. They're hard, they don't absorb much of that road surface imperfection, so you really feel that bumpy ride. It's quite unpleasant actually. So I'm also thinking of actually upgrading my suspension. Well, the shop offered me a Bitubo twin shock for about 400 bucks. I'm not very sure I want to get that one, because I am more of thinking of upgrading my front fork first, just to have that spring stiffen up a little bit, so that my bike wouldn't pitch so much, because for every bump it's really pitching quite bad. It's very uncomfortable. Well, of course I'm saying that it's uncomfortable in comparison to riding my KTM, though it's not a very fair comparison, but I think I am just conditioned that way, that I prefer that level of comfort when it comes to suspension. So let's see what the shop has to offer me. If it's if I can avail it, we'll get it. If it's a little bit too costly, maybe I'll wait it out. It's not really necessary. It's just more of I just want to check. Oh, it's an accident. Well, it's a norm. Well, how do I explain? For a first world country, I would say we have one of the worst drivers in the world. Really third class drivers. It's just a little bit of water on the road and everybody's getting into all sorts of accidents. Oh, it's a very long queue. I will just filter. That is a very long queue just to turn right. Well, let's see how I can filter. The road is just like that. I kind of led into this shop by accident. One time I was actually looking for tires for my KTM, and I asked Dirt Wheel themselves where do they get their tires from. Kindly they recommended me this shop. So we just finished getting our tires changed, and as well as the front fork. So I'm gonna go home and see what's the difference. Well, better be careful. New tires are always slippery. Okay, from this instance, I can feel the front suspension is really stiff. Man, I like that. See how it damps? Oh, wonderful. So normally these new tires need to scrub in for quite a bit. Well, because of the spring upgrade, my initial, there's a little bit of increase in the seat height. Yep, because I can feel that the front part of the bike is more upwards now. I actually kind of like it. So previously I can flat foot this bike, but now with my sandals I'm actually tiptoeing. Do you feel it? Yep, that's very stiff. Very nice. It's not budging as much. Well, it's about $300. I think that's worth the money. Okay, for the tires, earlier today I mentioned that the tires are quite noisy, very buzzy, that, you know, it doesn't dampen the small bumps on the road. But now I'm riding this Pirelli Angel scooter. Well, you know, it feels a lot more comfortable. It's not so buzzy anymore. Definitely the ride has become more quiet, because normally from my previous tire I can actually hear the wheels, you know, as it roll over the tarmac. But now it's more silent. Yep, it's definitely much more comfortable to ride now. And that front suspension upgrade, yep, it's really doing a thing. Really feel very firm and planted on the ground. For my rear shock, I think it's just nice, still nice. Maybe I need to spend a few more days with this bike and feel whether I might want to change out the back as well. But for now, I think it's pretty good. Yep, hopefully I'm satisfied as it is now, so I don't need to spend any more money. But totally, yeah, I'm very happy. Spending the money is all worth it. So probably in the following vlogs I will also update you regarding the battery, whether it's still draining. So now this is using Yuasa battery, YTX 5B if I'm not mistaken. Definitely that suspension is good. Really can feel it's very compliant to the road. It's very easy to handle now, very compliant to how I want to maneuver the bike. Actually the pitching of the bike improves a lot. So initially the front fork was really soft and the rear is on the harder side. So what will happen is that every time I hit the bump, my front fork would compress, and as I ride along bumpy road, it will give that pitching feel on the bike. So I find it very uncomfortable. I don't like it. Normal people, they prefer to change the rear first because you know, aesthetically they can see it. So when they see, you know, they see it, they feel it, they are more happy. Normally people don't really care about the front fork because people cannot see. Some people are like that. They prefer things, they prefer upgrades that they can physically see or visually see lah.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, but for this case I took my friend's advice that you know, for his Aerox he replaced rear with Biturbo and the front with this YSS. So I gotta hand it to him, man. Really great advice. I am glad that most likely I will not buy the rear suspension anymore, because so far from this short ride from Bukit Merah until here in Jurong, the bike I have no complaint. It's really performing a lot better. And unlike previously with the stock front suspension, when I try to turn the bike, you know, you can really feel that the front suspension is compressing a lot. So that really affects the handling. Don't give me the confidence that I need. Exactly. A lot better than stock. So the problem with softer suspension is that, you know, when you try to turn the bike and the suspension is soft, it will compress. So when it compresses, right, the wheelbase of your bike actually shorten. And when the wheelbase shorten, during the turn, actually the turning radius is affected. The shorter the wheelbase is, the sharper the turning radius is. For street riding, we prefer to have a more stiffer suspension lah, so that the wheelbase will be uniform during the turn.